Hello, I'm Tylah Tully, and today I'm joined by Green Critical Minerals Managing Director Clint Booth. Clint, you've just raised $7 million through an institutional placement. Talk us through the details.
Look, absolutely. So, we raised $7 million at 1.2 cents per share with a 1 for 2 attaching option at 2.2 cents with a 2-year expiry. But I think the key points from this raise is we had two objectives. The first was to bring onto our share register some well-known and respected institutions and a cornerstone institution. And the second was to provide ourselves with a cash balance to get us a runway through to first revenue. And I'm really pleased to say we achieved both of those objectives, including bringing Terra Capital on as our cornerstone investor. The placement went extremely well and the demand we received was exceptional. And we put this down to the fact that the institutions are now starting to recognise the breakthrough technology we have with the VHD technology and the massive commercial progress that we've made in the last 6 months. So with this placement, we've strengthened our register, we've provided ourselves a cash balance, which gives us the runway to transition through to our first revenue stage.
So what's driving investor and customer interest in VHD graphite technology?
The core driver is thermal management. It's a real prohibitor in today's environment with regards to high-performance computing, data centres and advanced electronics. Traditional materials like aluminium and copper are quite simply reaching the end of their capability with regards to thermal performance. Our VHD technology, however, has superior thermal performance. Its thermal diffusivity is 3 times that of aluminium and 2.6 times that of copper, while also being lighter and sustainable to manufacture. It is solving a real-world modern industrial problem. And that's what is attracting both investor capital and also customer interest. What really makes it tangible now is that customers are actively engaged. We've delivered our first samples for customer testing, we've manufactured and machined our first heatsink, and these milestones demonstrate to the market that it's not just of interest, but VHD is being rapidly recognised as a material to go to for thermal management.
So how critical are engagements with data centres and European thermal management firms?
Look, they're absolutely critical. These engagements provide us important information in the development and delivery of VHD products into the tech world. Data centres, for example, are significant users of energy and water. And companies like Green Square DC, who we are collaborating with, are looking at ways to deliver sustainable data centres. That's data centres which have low water consumption, highly efficient cooling systems and reduced emissions. And this is where both of us see the potential for VHD or the VHD technology to deliver these outcomes. In parallel, look, our engagements with our European, North American, Asian and Australian thermal management providers are absolutely key for us to shorten the qualification process, to provide us access to a far larger customer base and ultimately to help us achieve first revenue in the first half of next calendar year. So ultimately, these engagements are what's bridging the gap between innovation and revenue.
So what will this funding enable over the next 12 months and which milestones should investors watch en route to first revenue in the first half of 2026?
The funding from this placement is significant and it provides us a runway to execute on our transition to first revenue. And there's plenty going on. So we'll be engaging, and what investors can look for is our further engagement with customers and providing samples to new customers, developing prototypes and providing those to existing and new customers, working on and finalising additional collaboration agreements, really excitingly, designing and manufacturing heat sinks and starting to create an inventory of heat sinks for sale, setting up our logistics capability in North America and looking into Europe, increasing our manufacturing capability. So right now we have a pilot plant, but very soon we'll be moving into having a first module of a production facility, and we've designed this as a modular facility which allows an efficient and scalable way to match our production to our order book as it grows, and then critically transitioning our customers from testing to sales agreements and ultimately through to revenue. So all in all, a very, very busy and a lot to look forward to in the next 12 months for our investors.
Well, it definitely sounds like very exciting times for the company. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Tyler.